Yo, how you guys? Today is Friday, 11th July. Before we get into today's trade, I want to quickly walk you through what I saw yesterday, even though I didn't trade it as I had work. Okay, daily we had this fair value gap respect. One daily we had this fair value gap respected, and then pushed higher. 4 hour, same thing over here. We have this fair value gap tapped into, pushed higher. Jump to the 1 hour, I marked out all these lows, low, low, low. Wait for one of them to get swept. This one, we got a nice reaction off it. 15-minute, you can see we pushed candle bullish close out of it, and then 5-minute we left behind this 5-minute fair value gap right here. So I was looking for an entry inside here. 1 minute, what did you see on the 1 minute? One minute, I saw price was accumulating. I wanted price to come sweep this before I even look for an entry. So we came, swept it, left behind a bullish fair value gap. Price came in. I could have entered off this fair value gap, but I changed my entry strategy to a bullish close up or a break of structure after. So we had this strong bullish close. I entered off the candle close, and I mean I didn't enter. I would have entered off this candle close right here. TP1 up here, TP2. We smashed both of them. We didn't make it to TP3, but later on, after we came back to break even, because after at least around here, or even at TP1, I would have put it to break even. Price came back, tapped me just at break even, and then pushed back higher to TP3. And yeah, price dumped later. All right, let's get into today's analysis. Daily. We only got 5 minutes until market opens. Daily is looking bullish to me, to be honest. Still got that respected. We had this break of structure right here. I would want to see a bullish price action today. 4 hour. What do we see? Price came, swept these lows out, and gave a nice reaction off of it. Today might be the bullish move to take out these highs and create another all-time high. 1 hour. Now we can start working stuff out. Price has respected this fair value gap, this fair value gap. So I would want a sweep of this low or this low. When price already swept those, we could have a sweep of that low or that low, or these could be targets. Got this hourly fair value gap that's being respected at the moment. 1 second, 5 minutes, and mark out the trading range. 230 to 5. There we go. Back on the 1 hour. We got these lows, and we got this hourly fair value gap right here. Okay. Ideally, if I'm looking for buys, I would want price to come sweep this low as well. Actually, no, that already got swept. Maybe this low or this low. But to be honest, price already swept this low. Gave a nice bullish close. I wouldn't mind buys. But I would want price to come sweep this. Session highs and lows as well. Asian and London. Asian high got taken. London high still. Both the lows got taken. So we could mark out that. Let me mark out all the highs. I forgot to do that on the hourly. Still got that high. 1 hour. Got this high over here. Just like that. Alright. 15 minutes. I would mark this, but doesn't really count. We're inside this 15-minute fair value gap. And it is a swing hourly. It is an hourly low, but honestly, I'd rather wait for it to come take this low, or rather that low. Okay, it's 28. I could mark out the S&P as well quickly. Okay, daily. It's not fair value gap. This is the fair value gap that's been respected at the moment. 1 second to do this. 230. And 5 further. Back on the 4 hour. What's happening on the 4 hour? Came back into this fair value gap and pushed higher. We never made it back into it, but swept all of these lows, which is honestly good enough for buy. Mark out all the highs. Wait a second, let me see if session highs and lows got taken. 1 minute. London and Asia high hasn't been taken, but both the lows have been taken. Mark that. And that. At 1 hour. Yes, those highs need to be taken. Honestly, I'm going to look for an entry. I'm looking for a buy. If it's not a buy, I don't want it. Let's mark the lows. That's an hourly low. That's another hourly low. Honestly, this sweep down here is good enough. The price does want to come lower to sweep these lows out. I'm not complaining. I ain't got that low. Oh, it's 130. Price pushed. And price is ripping off market open. Remember, these are the session highs. Yeah, honestly, I'd want that. I'd want this low to be taken before we even consider buying. Take out all early buyers. But this, all of that got taken. All of this. Price does want to push from here. Honestly, I would have been mad. It's taken out all of that liquidity. So if it does want to push higher, it has its reasons to. Again, over here, all of this, ideally I want price to come lower. On the hourly, yeah, I want price to come lower. And then both of 11 o'clock came low. And that's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. dumped. Both dumped at 1 a.m. I don't think there was news at 1 a.m. We'll sit here on the 5 minute. All this build up of liquidity. And price didn't really sweep. Swept here. I don't want it to sweep here again. One of these two lows. I need to even consider entering. This wick, if it closes like this, it's going to tell me it wants to reverse. There's no way it creates that wick and then continues up. Unless something like this. But this wasn't during market open. If it turns bearish right now, then it's just more of a stronger confirmation that price wants to come lower. S&P, both of them, I would want both of them to come lower before I even consider looking for a buy. So we'll just wait for that. Honestly, it's too hot today. I was even considering not coming to trade, but I was lying to myself. I'm just creating excuses. It's going to be this excuse today, and then another day, and then it's going to be like, oh, I can't be asked to trade this week. And it's just going to be an endless cycle of just straight nonsense and excuses. No, why I don't want to trade. So I cut it off before it even started. It has no reason to start. I have no reason to be starting these excuses. Price did sweep these hourly highs, so if I wanted to, I could look for sales. 4 hour, 1 second. What was that? Price did sweep. We could be looking for sales, to be honest. If we have a strong 1 hour, price swept that high. This is what I need to start doing. I need to start looking at the devil's advocate. I can't just be stuck on one bias. I need to see what price is doing on the other. Swept. Very strong bearish close. Came back up probably to lower time frame order block or something like that. Price came again, swept, broke structure to the downside, respected this fair value gap pretty much. And now price respect that fair value gap, push lower, and just took out this hourly high, and now is dropping even further. Price is building up, sweeping and then dumping, building up, sweeping and then dumping, building up, sweeping and then dumping, building up. Hasn't swept really, swept here. I'd want it to sweep there for a dump. I want to take out the session highs unless it took out the session's highs on here. Didn't take out the London or Asia high on this. On this, took out Asia high. If it comes and takes London highs out, I'll be happy to look for sells. I mean, it's until whichever gets swept. We got a sweep here. 1 minute. Got a sweep, respect to that fair value gap. And it's looking like it's gonna disrespect that fair value gap. 1 minute hasn't shown me anything. Left behind this bullish fair value gap on the 5 minute. Price could want to come back into it. You just mark it out. That's the bullish fair value gap. Price might come back into, push higher and take out these highs before dumping further. Or I could find my entry at that. The price is on its way to sweep these 5 minute lows. Could mark this one out. Why not? That's a 5 minute low. Gonna see on the 1 minute and see price reverses out of there or just straight up disrespects it. Yep, straight disrespect. We could have got the entries off. This could be a break of structure right now. People would enter, leaving their stops here or there. Yep. Until that candle close right there. Stops at that high. Targeting these lows down here. But honestly, this trade doesn't look too clean to me. Over here, never left anything worth trading. This could be a clean trade. 5 minute. Oh wait, don't know why I got rid of it. Turn that into an inverse fair value gap. Price could come retrace back into it. Creating that entry. We'll go away until this closes. Closes in a minute. They hit TP1 already. Well, that's not really a break even kind of trade. That's too much of a low risk to reward. I would have put a break even at TP2 and then final TP over here at 4.124. But I want price to reverse back into here, this inverse 5 minute. To even consider entering. Same thing over here. It didn't really break. Yeah, you can consider a break of structure. And it's like I'll be catching sells today. This price doesn't want to come back into this 5 minute inverse fair value gap. This, anything on the 5 minute left behind. I mean, it's a small one, but it's still an inverse fair value gap. Right there. Still considered an inverse. Swept in the high. Okay. Sales are looking strong, to be honest. We're inside this 15 minute fair value gap as well, which price does look like it's respecting at the moment. Could be a reach. These are all possible lows for price to want to come take. Jump back on the 5 minute. Price has swept that low and this 5 minute lows. But no, I don't think that's another block. Closes in 2 minutes. Should create mark out the equilibrium of this range. Wait a second, 5 minute. And the low, that's the high. Looking up in the 1 minute. Over here, people could have got their entries for that sell off. But this is not inside the discount area, you want to trade off of, left behind this fair value gap as well. When the price comes lower and takes these lows without coming back up, I would switch and try and look for a buy back up. But I'm not going to force anything. I mean, that's considered a break structure, I believe. Nope, hasn't closed yet. It's not a break. Well, London highs hasn't been taken, and these highs haven't been taken, so I could look for buys. I'm not on a fixed 15-minute. I was priced on the 15-minute. Honestly, just can't take these lows out, and it'll be good. Honestly, price just might keep dumping without giving me an entry. So it's not trade. If it's not a trading day, then I'm not too fussed about it. That's the entry I would have taken if I was very confident in the sales. But I'll rather wait for a confirmation back up here. And if I don't get that, I don't get it. Is what it is. We'll move this to that low. That's the new low. We'll move this to that low. That's probably going to get taken. But we're going to have to wait and see if price wants to come higher. Still keep marking it out. Just in case we get a reversal, we could say this was the liquidity sweep. 5 minute. Gonna have to wait for something for the 5 minute. Honestly, price did already sweep all of these lows. Came all the way until down here where my line is. All of these lows got taken. So a buy is what's more ideal right now. And this price is just wanting to go low on the high time frames. And it's just changing from bullish to bearish. We got that broke structure up here. People might have thought it was a sweep and I wanted to go lower. Then this is what? When was this? 3rd July. Yeah, I think this is the day that I took my L. Where I thought price was, wait a minute, price pumping back up. Let's see what price does in this 1 minute, this 5 minute inverse and 1 minute fair value gap. it disrespects it, then we're bullish again. This could be the new 5-minute inverse right there. It closes another 1 minute, so 5-minute. That start there to that low. Ideally, I wanna inverse it. Price is definitely gonna inverse it on NAS. This might be the trailing out of the two. Oh my days. Price left behind this 1 minute fair value gap, which will coincide. 5-minute closes in 30 seconds. 1 minute. We look at that right there. That's a normal fair value gap. Oh my days, I was looking at the wrong one. NAS. There we go. It's closed. Yep, inverse that 5-minute. Pull this out to that high. If it comes back down to equilibrium, we'll get my entry. To mark that. It's on the 1 minute. As on the 5-minute, we have this fair value gap that's created. But on the 1 minute, I'll be looking at this fair value gap and this 5-minute inverse. As you can see, price inversed this bearish one with a strong candle close. It's on the 1 minute. Look something. Same with this. Right there. Anything underneath here would be a nice entry. Honestly, if it comes and disrespects this flow, not just, what am I saying, disrespects it, comes, accumulates, and then sweeps, I'll be happy to enter. NAS, literally on the right on top of the 50% on S&P of this 1 minute fair value gap. Five-minute, what's happening? Instant disrespect after the sweep of this 5-minute lows. 1 minute, refresh. It's just gotta be about the patience now. Can't be like, yeah, price broke. Let me buy off that bullish close right here. Wait, wrong one. Let me buy there, and we'll just stop be here, or it'll be all the way down here with the craziest risk reward. When you put it here, then it's just, you'll see price would instantly most likely come to take you out, so you can come tap back into this 1 minute fair value gap down here. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. 5-minute, we didn't get a tap back in. I mean, we did. We got a tap back here. want to come back lower into this, not even this 1 minute fair value gap. I mean, I can see it, but I would want it to come back into this 5 minute where it's inside, what is it, inside equilibrium, where price will be a discount down here. Price is definitely bullish now, and yeah, I'd want it to come back into here. Whichever's more stronger, to be honest, or the leading pair. I'll look at the opposite for an entry. Uh, 1 minute. All about patience now. I think from Monday, I'm going to be trading NQ 1 exclamation mark. It's like the futures version, as that's what I'm probably going to be trading when I'm funded, and I'd rather get used to that than keep trading this. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but I'd rather look at what I'm actually going to be trading than this. Grab that for now. Maz looks like it's the trailing out of the two. I mean, I was right with my bias, but no entry. Happens is what it is. And it's basically only 3. Honestly good. It's already all taken, so you can get rid of that. This is the new high. My price, that will probably be, if price reverses now, this probably will be TP1, TP2, 3, 4, 5, so on. Yeah, price is most likely going to come take that high. You can get rid of that. And that. Actually, wait a second. We put it there. Down. Price just pumped, took out that high, but still hasn't given us an entry. I feel like majority this week we'll be getting the bias right and everything, but no entry. At the end of the day, is what it is. If I don't get a nice entry by, let's say, 3:34, I'm off, as I'm going to end up entering something that is low quality, and I am sweating right now in this heat, which might make me end up entering something just so I can consider it a win or lose and call it a day. So we'll put a cap around 3:34. Nothing appears. I mean, something did appear, but we never got an entry. Call it a day. But I feel without a doubt price would at least come respect this 1 minute fair value gap before pushing even higher. Because after this swept all of that. This swept this internal range, pushed a bit higher. This came, swept this internal range. Don't know if it tapped into anything on the lower time frame, and then absolutely ripped up. This, no entry. You know what? I'm gonna put alerts so if I'm not looking at the screen, I would know price came into the area. But most likely I will be looking at the screen. I might be just looking at one pair. Imagine price just absolutely rips and hits all my take profits. I mean, I would have put a take profit right here as well. That high. At the start of that fair value gap. Oh my days, price is still pumping. This 1 minute fair value gap, the 50% of it is in discount. So if it comes back down to this fair value gap over here, even this is an inverse on the 1 minute. We could even not get an entry inside this 5 minute inverse fair value gap. Wait a second, 5 minute. We have ask 1 minute. See if we got anything form on the 15 minute. Nothing too clean on the 15 minute, 5 minute. We got a bullish close above these highs. This wick, I don't know, it was market open. Very weird market open. Price will most likely keep pumping. 5 minute left behind this fair value gap, but this fair value gap is just too big to be ignored. Oh wait, and it wasn't ignored. It had the littlest tap in on the 5 minute. On the 1 minute, I mean, this is the tap in that is considered. 1 minute, we left this massive fair value gap in the 1 minute. I would want a retracement back here, taking out these early buyers. Will we get it? Maybe, maybe not. But I don't think I traded this whole week. I mean, it's good and bad. I've saved myself from potential losses, but at the same time, I'm not going to force it if market's just doing this nonsense. So that high, this could be the new TP1. Get rid of it. She won't get rid of it, we'll keep it. That could be the next TP. Are we going to get a retracement back into here? I don't know. Is it likely? I don't know. I mean, we left this 5 minute fair value gap over here. I mean, it's marked by the 5 minute inverse, but it's just a bit deeper in 1 minute. One second, let's see. Equilibrium, it's exactly on the 5 minute inverse, 50%. Price could come back down to here, creating a good entry. but my stops will probably be past over here, maybe here. So we get an entry in the 50% over here. My stops will at least have to be here. Will be TP1. Even that's a reach. That's a 1 to 4. I could enter on half risk, to be honest. If we come back into this fair value gap and give me some type of entry, I wouldn't mind entering. Yeah, it's so hot today. I feel I'm gonna pass out. Imagine I wait for price to come all the way down just for it to keep going down and just take me out for good. But I would be waiting for my breaker structure. That's a low. Don't know if it's an hourly low. Basically is. And move that there. Click on that. 15 minute. Yeah, you can get rid of that. This is the hourly low I'll be looking at, and this one. We'll sit on the 5 minute. Let's look at this real quick. Price came, tapped into it. Bullish close. But what I've been seeing recently is price would want to come tap into it more than once. First tap in, this most likely will be taken out. So just gotta be patient, see if that plays out. This right here, equal highs, is what I'll be targeting straight away. Price does come back down here and is showing bullish momentum. This is guaranteed getting taken out. I'm gonna create equal highs and just leave it. And then it goes and takes it out now. Price still hasn't taken out this high on ES, the market open, but market open here took it out. Is that an SMT? We can consider an SMT. Oh, wrong thing. Showing bearish momentum. On price to dump, just so I can get that entry. What I want price to see, what I want price to do is wait, delete. I want price to just like that in here, this thing, sweep it, and then make its bullish move all the way back up. But is that what we're gonna get? Probably not, because price is absolutely pumping. This is not going to be considered an SMT very soon. Those equal highs, I knew it. It was just too good for it to be left behind. Still an SMT, to be honest. Let's look at the devil's advocate. Sweat. I just started recording this, but realized the mic is not working for some reason. Even before, on the end of the first part where I was actually doing my trading, at the end the mic cut off. I was basically saying I wasn't going to trade anymore. Price hit the 330 where I said that I wasn't going to trade. I'm going to continue trading from, and then price just wasn't respecting anything. The fair value gaps, the FVG, fair value gap, FVG is the same thing. It wasn't really coming back into areas to give me a continuation from, and so I can get my entry. Price just kept pushing, and I was okay with not trading today. This whole week I don't think I traded. I never traded this whole week. If you look at price now, price absolutely dumped back into this area, and I feel like it's just going to continue dumping back into this 5-minute fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. If I continued waiting, I probably would have caught something that wasn't high setup and would have caused unnecessary loss. Anyway, my trading journal, I was trading NQ and ES, NAS 100 and S&P 500. Bias was bullish. The confluences I had was liquidity sweep, multi-time frame backing, breakout structure. Actually, I don't think I had a breakout structure. I low-key did I had a breakout structure, fair value gap and inverse fair value gap. The date was 11th of July, same as today. No entry. I made 0. The risk reward was 1 to whatever. I didn't catch anything. It was New York AM, the same I always trade. Setup grade was NA. This is how price action looked. Price started, market open, it pumped, swept these highs, and then dumped, sweeping these lows, which confirmed to me we were bullish enough after this candle close. So I was waiting for either a retrace. What do you mean either? I was waiting for a retracement back into this 5-minute I-FVG, which was inside equilibrium at the time. It's definitely inside discount right now, but I did want to see price come back into here. We have one on the lower time frame. We have like a breakout structure, respect of a fair value gap, order block, stuff like that, and then we buy from there. But it didn't happen. It just kept pushing up. Price did leave behind this fair value gap, which I could have entered off, but it was just too much of a risk. The stop losses would have been all the way down here, and the risk to reward wouldn't have been great. Right now, you can see price did dump. So if I entered here, I wouldn't have reached even this TP before dumping back. Yes. Overall, the psychology during the trade and trade recap, I think 9 out of 10, even though I didn't catch anything. Today was clean and a disciplined day. Even though I didn't make any money, I stuck to my rules flawlessly. I was spot on with my buyers, identified the correct setup direction, even marked out accurate take profits. My take profits were here. I got rid of most of them, but they just kept, these ones I kept, but there was these ones that it was still there. And even these draws on liquidity for the sell side liquidity. But price never gave me a proper entry, so I didn't trade. It pushed straight through my zones without giving me a structured pullback or lower time frame confirmation I needed, which I already explained. Instead of getting frustrated or trying to chase price into formal entries, I reminded myself my edge is in the setup, not the move. That mindset helped me avoid throwing away a good week of discipline just because the market didn't cater to me today. I ended the session early once I noticed momentum was running without entry signals. This was a huge win in terms of growth and maturity. Old me would have sat there trying to find something or jumped into a breakout, but not today. I accepted that some days are no trading days, even though the bias was right. I went this whole week without trading. That's very new. Normally, I would at least try catch something during the week. I would have come Monday, not catch anything. Tuesday, I would have forced myself to catch something, but now I've gone a whole week without trading and I'm perfectly fine. I realized if you want to trade and you have the urge to hit the buy or sell button, go into FX replay and learn off there, and then actually waiting every day for the live markets where you're only going to get let's say 2 hours a day, when you can go on FX replay. Those 2 hours you can catch, at least you can see, or you can follow price action for at least 3 days maybe in that 2 hours. I had no emotional trading, no FOMO, no impulsive entries. Still walked away with full confidence in my plan. That's pretty much it from me today. One thing I do want to say, from I think Monday, if I don't have work, I will be starting to upload twice a day. I'll be doing a backtesting video in the morning before I come, and it would be posted, and then I'll come and trade my New York AM session live. This allows me to get more practice in, and it removes the urge of wanting to trade, as I just came from FX replay and I've basically traded many hours, not hours in real life, but hours in the market, days in the market, and I wouldn't feel inclined to force a trade, as my, urge for buying or selling is being taken from FX replay. Also, actually, I'll leave that for the next video, for my next backtesting video. I did start backtesting separately from the account that I was doing on my previous video, and the risk to reward, the win percentage was better, the profits were better, and the risk to reward was a lot better. Other than that, if you have any questions, leave it for me in the description. I'll answer whatever questions you have. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow for our backtesting video. Thank you for watching. Peace. Yeah, so just when I was about to post the YouTube video, price came. I opened trading view, and this is what I see. Price came back into that 5-minute inverse fair value gap that I initially marked out. Came in, pushed higher, leaving behind these two fair value gaps. I looked at the lower one as it's more inside equilibrium. What did price do? Came tapped into the fair value gap and starting to push higher. Honestly, painful, but it is what it is. Maybe I should have stayed on markets a bit longer and caught this, but you can't really dwell on the ifs and buts and maybes. I just wanted to show this, add it to the end of the video, so that you guys are able to see what happened. I mean, my analysis was spot on. Happened a bit too late, but it's most likely going to go push and take these highs out that I initially marked out. For at least a 1 to 6. So jump on the 5-minute, be able to see what I was talking about. There was this bearish fair value gap that got inversed. Price tapped into it, pushed higher. What did I do? I went to the 1 minute. What did price leave? Price left this fair value gap, tapped into it. Bullish close. I probably would have entered off this bullish close here. Stops down here still. And yeah, we'll be flowing inside profit. This is TP1 right here, TP2, TP3, TP4. And I probably would have put a break even over here where price reached this high. Anyway, I think I'll let you guys know next video how this trade played out and if I was right with my bias. Pretty much that's it. I had to stop editing just to come record this, but that's how price action is right now. It's going to be probably my thumbnail. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.